Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about 5 really common style mistakes and how you can fix them. I think we've all kind of run up against each one of these concepts at one point or another during our lives. Plus, as we shift into a new season, it's always great to just kind of have these refreshers top of mind. That way you can guarantee that you're not only investing in clothing that obviously you love and you're going to wear, but also those pieces are going to look most flattering on you. Color analysis is so important because every single one of us falls into one of 4 seasonal color palettes: winter, spring, summer, fall. The simplest way to gain the most basic understanding of which seasonal color palette you fall into is to understand what your hue is and also what your value is. So hue simply has to do with whether or not your skin tone skews a little bit warmer or a little bit cooler. Value has to do with things like your hair color, eyebrow color, to some degree your eyes, whether or not those things skew lighter or darker. So then it's just a matter of combining your hue and your value to determine your color season. So for example, if your skin tone skews a little bit cooler, we know right off the bat you're going to be either a winter or a summer. If your hair is darker and you have a cool skin tone, then you're going to be a winter. If your hair is lighter and you have a cool skin tone, then you're going to be a summer. When it comes to determining whether you're an autumn or a spring, kind of the same concept. Both of those color seasons skew a little bit warmer. So if you have a warmer skin tone, you're either going to be an autumn or a spring. So then just look at your hair coloring. If it's darker, you're going to be autumn. If it's lighter, you're going to be a spring. That's just the basic knowledge when it comes to color theory and understanding which color season you fall into. The science behind it has gotten super niche. They've really dialed down on each of these seasons. So now we have things like, oh, well, maybe you're a cool winter or a soft summer or a deep autumn. There's plenty of educational materials, even here on YouTube, that you can really delve into if you want to get super specific about what color season you are. But today, I just wanted to give you that baseline understanding, because obviously each of those seasonal color palettes have different colors in them. And some of them that do have crossover colors, you'll notice well, some seasonal palettes, the colors are a little bit brighter. Some are a little bit more muted. Once you have that basic understanding, you can just look up the simple color palettes for winter, spring, summer, fall. And again, just gain that really simple basic knowledge to know, okay, well, I'm in autumn. These are the colors that are going to look best on me. Along those same lines is another style mistake we tend to make, which is thinking we cannot wear a certain color. But a lot of times people will just make general blanket statements. For example, I can't wear blue. And then you have to wonder, okay, well, what shade of blue are you talking about? Light blue, cobalt blue, navy blue. And to give you a visual, obviously, this color blue is very different from this color blue, right? So what I'm saying is that you never want to write off a color just entirely. It could just be that, you, based on your seasonal color palette, look best in darker blues, and something that's a little bit brighter, a little bit more pastel, like this shade here, might not be your best bet. Whereas, again, if you are an autumn or you're a winter, if you have the coloring that really leans you into those darker seasonal palettes, you're probably going to look best in things like navy blues and medium blues. When you think about colors, there's always a light version, a medium version, and a darker version. And that also translates into a warmer version of that color or a cooler version of that color. And these are things that are super helpful to understand so that you don't unnecessarily eliminate a color from your closet that in reality might be super flattering on you. When you think about how a piece of clothing fits you, there are 2 things that come into consideration: the size of that garment, but also the fit of that garment. And they are 2 totally different things. Size has to do with numerics: small, medium, large, extra large, 27-inch waist, 32-inch inseam. Fit has to do with how wide a particular item is. So, for example, think about like skinny jeans, right? Skinny jeans, obviously, darn skinny through the leg all the way down to the ankle. Compare that to a pair of wide leg jeans that are going to be super, super wide all the way through the thigh, all the way down to the ankle. The only thing that's changing on both these pair of jeans, which are a size 4, is how wide or narrow the leg is. This same exact principle applies to t-shirts. So from my own collection, I have this one here that clearly is a little bit more fitted. And we know that because there's not a lot of excess material through the torso area. It doesn't look boxy, oversized. It's not super long, versus this t-shirt here, which is a lot wider through the torso. It's absolutely boxier. In fact, even the sleeves have a dropped shoulder, so they sit lower on the arm. It's meant to look a little bit slouchy, a little bit oversized. But both of these t-shirts are a size small. The only thing that differentiates them is the fit. Oftentimes the mistake looks something like this. Let's say I walk into a store and I decide that I want to try on a medium t-shirt, right? So I try the medium on and it's just way too big. So I think, well, I better size down to a small. But then I try the small on and it's way too small. And that's where we get frustrated. When the reality is we should have been looking for a size medium t-shirt that had a slimmer fit. Oh my goodness, closet chaos. I think we all can relate to the sensation of looking in our closets and just feeling like a clothes bomb went off in there. I love to keep my closet super organized by color, season, and also occasion. So for me, I have a clothing rack that is always specifically dedicated to clothing I wear for the season that I'm currently in. Once I make those edits, those items get put into my actual closet or they get put into storage bins. And for me, this is super, super helpful because it also helps me see the gaps in my closet. This for me has helped negate the need or also the habit of impulsive buys, thinking, oh, I have to go out and buy something because I don't have it. And then coming home and realizing like, oh, I had actually 2 of these items. They were just shoved so far back into my closet, I forgot about them. And if you think about it too, just our closets in general, when they are organized, put together, and aesthetically pleasing, we just in turn feel organized, put together, and aesthetically pleasing with the outfits we're putting together. So to that point, I definitely recommend that regardless of what closet size you are working with, invest in things like hangers. Instead of walking into a closet that's just like, chaos with metal hangers and plastic hangers and mismatched colors, at the very least, just get all your hangers into one material and one color. I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference, even if it's behind a door. When I open that door, I want to see everything organized, looking as beautiful as possible, because by proxy, that helps me feel way more pulled together and also far more stylish. This concept is like the perfect way to segue from the importance of organizing your closet because it really makes you aware of what the priority is. So for me, if I know to prioritize the items I want to purchase, I'm also eliminating the pressure that comes with feeling like I have to do impulsive buys, feeling like I have to hurry up and purchase something without thinking it through. I love savoring a purchase, especially now that I am investing in those more expensive brands that are ethically made. There are about 5 things on my fall wish list that I am in the process of prioritizing in terms of what I'm going to purchase first. Those things are brown suede boots, brown suede purse. I'd like a pair of black wide leg organic cotton sweatpants. I'd also like a pair of black wide leg trousers. And then I think I'm going to be adding one more Patagonia fleece to my collection. For me, this has been a great way to stay on track with my purchasing. And by doing so, it's another way that'll help me eliminate the probability that I'm going to make an impulse buy, or also buy something just because I feel like I need to have it now, instead of just taking the time to pick the right item for me that's going to be the most versatile in my closet, and also that's going to be the item that I love the most out of every other item like it that's out there. Okay, guys, and the final common mistake we all make when it comes to style is not dressing for today. Oh my goodness. If I could list out all the purchases I've made that are more relatable to my past self or past jobs or past lifestyles or things I bought thinking, ooh, this is what I want to look like. Lots of wasted money, right? And again, when we have our closets organized, it really helps us to see, like, what are the trends in the clothing that we're purchasing? You know, maybe at one time you worked in an office and now you're working from home. Okay, well, do you really need, nice trousers and nice blouses? Or can you get away with more casual items and invest more of your money into those categories? And there's always the opportunity to improve on what we're buying, but there's, again, something to be said for really being honest with yourself and realistic about what you wear the most, what makes sense for your lifestyle, what makes sense for where you live, what you do for a living, where you are in life. There's nothing worse than when your clothing starts mocking you. Whether it's a pair of jeans that are way too tight that, if you're being honest with yourself, you're probably not going to fit into anytime soon. That type of honesty is so liberating. And again, it's just a simple way to ensure that everything in your closet is not only versatile and it makes sense for you, but that you love it and you enjoy wearing it. Okay, guys, that'll do it for 5 really common style mistakes and how to fix them. I hope you found this information useful. Feel free to leave a comment down below too and let me know some of the style mistakes you have made and how you have fixed them. But in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.